How you guys doing? This is important too, in reference to females that like me or girls that I would date, and it's important to if I get married to a girl or whichever, things are very important. Like girls need to know things about my parents, things about my grandparents, because they have to know all kinds of things that are documented, and they have to know what mansions I own, what property, what land, what farms, what stores, what businesses. Oh, hello, Saks Fifth Avenue. Somebody said hello. And hello, FAO Schwartz, and hello, Macy's Department Store, and hello, Neiman Marcus, and all the other department stores. You guys can all make YouTube videos too saying hello to me. And, it's cool, basic information. But, in reference to girls that I date, they have to know who my parents are. They have to know what mansions of my mother and father's mansions are famous. They have to know what companies I own. They have to know, they have to have a list of movies and TV shows that I've been in, or commercials when I was real little, or when I was younger. And people have to know in reference to bodybuilding and sports. They have to have a list, like a portfolio of information about, who I am, who my parents are, and, certain things of like what types of foods I like or whatever. This is general information of things. I like lots of different things. But in friendly acknowledgments, nothing too crazy or weird. And I don't eat food that has eyeballs on them or faces. Unless it's like a birthday cake or something. Girls have to know my real birth date. And girls have to know in reference to religious, Catholic and Jewish acknowledgments of, and friendly acknowledgments of, you know, family history. And people need to know what churches my parents owned and my grandparents. You don't have to have it all memorized or anything. You just have to know certain things, like in reference to songs that I've sang or music videos I've been in or movies. You can just a list of things. Or and accomplishments like any trophies, or if I won any gold medals, or if I won any Mr. Olympia contests, or if I won any boxing matches, or all has to be listed in reference to girls that are interested in dating me, or girls that like me, or girls that might want to get married to me. Girls can throw it out there on YouTube. Girls can say, "Oh, she said she'd date you," or "She said she'd marry you." That's cool. Girls can say that in friendly acknowledgments. And it's nothing like if I was dating somebody, don't think bad if I didn't date you. But like girls that look at the qualities that I have and the qualities in history and universities and sports, or in reference to gymnastics or cross country skiing, a lot of interesting things, or ski lodges that my parents owned, which I'm the owner of everything of my mother and father and grandparents forever, no matter what anybody ever says. The Royal Protocol backs that up too, and deeds departments and copyrights and things. But, in reference to a female that wants to date me, you can just say, well, what the heck? She said she'd probably date you. Or she said she might date you. I'm a really good, friendly person. But this is just general information, like supermodels that I've dated, supermodels or actresses or musical artists that I've dated, or girls that are, hello, college girls, and history of information, and, guidelines of things, in general. People need to know a little about some things, in reference to things that are fun. I like to watch movies. I like to direct movies. I like to perform. I like to sing and dance. I like to hear jokes. Some jokes are funny. I like comedy TV shows and sitcoms, and, like Mad TV is pretty good, or In Living Color is good. Some of those shows back then too. And, different types of shows like the Friends TV show. So, in reference to other shows and, just general basis of things like ridiculous comedies, or like drama movies, horror movies, comedy movies, romantic comedies, things like that. So, in reference to girls that like me, or girls think that I'm cute, or whichever, You know, you can throw it out there saying, "Oh, this girl says she would marry you just for the heck of it," or "This girl says she'd go out on dates with you for the heck of it," or "These girls like you," or "This girl wants to go out with you," or "This girl wants to get married to you," or "You got kidnapped from this girl you were dating," or "You got," just certain particulars of things, or "You were going to marry this girl," or and you got kidnapped from that girl. Some things, just general information of things. People need to know certain things. But in reference to girls thinking I'm attractive, or girls think that I'm cute, or they like my athletic ability, or they like bodybuilding, or sports, or modeling, or movies and TV, or the travel industry. Because my mother and father had documents of monies that I was supposed to have received in reference from my mother and father in reference to having a traveling budget or something, plus my trust funds and things like that. So, it's kind of like one of those things. Someone say, "Well, this girl, he's not crazy, he's not mean, he's not violent, he's not a criminal, doesn't do nothing like that," So, I've never had a criminal record, never been involved in criminal activity. These people, anything the government or anybody makes up is always a court case against government. Reference to anybody slandering my character. Never done drugs, don't get into drugs. I don't criticize other people's lives in reference to what they do in their privacy or anything like that. So, people trying to criticize me. But do not misrepresent in reference to anybody trying to terrorize my life or somebody stalking me or any BS like that. You know what I mean? But, in reference to people, I'm friendly. I've always been friendly. I've worked in customer service. I'm the child of my mother and father. Somebody wants me to mention the Richie Rich movie. Hello, how you guys doing? It's always never signed, never gave, never sold, never. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. No matter what anybody else advertises, I never gave nothing away, never signed nothing away to nobody, never sold none of my mother or father or grandparents' properties or companies or businesses of any kind, not never, or land at any time ever, not never. I'm the owner of my mother and father's yachts and my grandfather's yachts. I'm the owner of the airplanes of my mother and father and grandparents. I'm the owner of all the companies of my mother and father and grandparents. But anyways, in reference to modeling history, in reference to it's important that girls know, some things about what musical artists I've performed as in sitcoms and TV shows, and what songs I've sang, or in reference to my piano history, if I was in any movies about piano playing, and other particulars. I love music. I love opera music. I love, hello, female singers, and somebody wanted to say hello. And hello in reference to Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, music awards, MTV. How you guys doing? VH1, how you doing? So, in reference to girls that like me, a whole bunch of girls can say they'd like me. A whole bunch of girls can say they'd date me. A whole bunch of girls say they'd probably marry me or something. And that's perfectly okay. Just throw it out there. For, interesting, and I'm going to have fan clubs too in reference to females and guy friends, and reference to, people that are friendly, people that are cool, people that care about things. And there's going to be some discussions and debates about some things about society or some things about government in the future. People voicing their freedom of speech. It's going to be, friendly. Even if, whatever race of any person that's friendly can make videos. Like, I've dated supermodels that are different races, European acknowledgments, and Catholic and Jewish or Buddhist or, Asian or black or white or Latin or Spanish or Canadian or, friendly acknowledgments of friends. A lot of friends of mine are celebrities, and J-Lo said hello, and Christina Aguilera said hello a few minutes ago, I guess. And, in reference to songs or performances or the music industry and friends, people can, and stuntmen, how you guys doing? And, movies and TV shows, and just in reference to people that know anything about me or anything about my Hollywood career or celebrity career or my family history. And if some movies that my father directed or my mother directed or produced, It's important. Very important in reference to my grandparents was friendly, my mother and father was friendly, I'm a friendly person. So, in reference to, safety and security is very important too. Obviously, there's a problem with the Postal Service. But, these people have tried to slander my character and tried to run off all my friends. They tried to block my friends from getting in contact with me too. So a lot of things have to be done on YouTube. A lot of people have to mention things on YouTube. And somebody communicated about what's his name. Remember what's his name? He got married on the Sports Network or something. Was it Ahmad Rashad? He got married to what's her name on over the TV or something. How you guys doing? I think it might be who it was. But anyways, friendly acknowledgments, you guys. I don't know if you guys are still married or not, if that's who it was, but how you guys doing? And hello Oprah and hello Jenny Jones show. Like some people thought that Jenny Jones was Doris Duke. I don't know. You have to look it up. You have to find out information. See, Doris Duke used to dress up as different entertainers, and so did Howard Hughes Sr. and George Vanderbilt acknowledgments and Randolph Hearst. How you guys doing? Some people call me Little Randolph. Lots of things of importance. Everything's documented. Everything is copyrighted. The Roll Protocol protects everything from anybody trying to get anything. But, if I was dating a girl or in a relationship, of course it'd be, I need my trust funds and my revenues too and things like that. But, if I was hanging out with a girl and, if a girl bought me something, it's a 100% write-off. It's always a 100% write-off if the government's blocking me from my money or the government's blocking me from my lawsuit monies or insurance monies. It's always a write-off. And companies are allowed to write off things. Because I have, my parents, in reference to my parents and the lawsuits, my parents both had multi-trillion plus dollar insurance policies against the government. And the government did murder my parents, and my parents was frozen. And the government was holding me and my mother and father hostage back in the 70s and other times too. So, it's kind of a long story of things. And in reference to the IRS has to back up this information based on facts too. In reference to documents and history. Because, in reference to my mother and father and the wealth and family history and the lawsuits that I have, every day's a lawsuit against the government. In reference to the postal thieves, the people blocking me from my accounts that my mother and father had set up for me, people blocking me from my career, people blocking me from my revenues from my career, people blocking me from revenues and royalties and residuals from movies and TV shows and modeling and media stuff and product percentages of monies that I was supposed to receive in reference to product sales, and payroll of companies that have me on their payroll. That government man is stealing all the paychecks they've tried to send to me because, I'm a person in the media. So, in reference to celebrity endorsements or other things. And if governors and mayors had me on their payroll, I have not received a penny, not received a check. If anybody tried to deposit money into any accounts for me, I did not receive any of it. All I have is my unemployment. It was $151. But, in reference to the information, and Roll Protocol's in the media. It's in all 50 states, too. But, in reference to girls that like me or girls that are interested, you could say, a girl could say, oh, she would marry you just to say, hey, whatever. That's cool, too. You can make YouTube videos about that. I'm friendly. There's going to be a fan club. There's going to be, and people that like me, people that are friendly, people that like certain things of friendliness and people understanding that, things are important. Better leave my cat's mouth alone, man. I'm warning you. They're messing with my cat when she's trying to drink water. I'm warning you. Government man. Better leave living things alone, government man, with your satellite. You understand that? What you doing though, baby? Little sweetheart. I'm gonna warn you, man. I might have to put my muscles on. I know you're not scared of me and my little muscles. I'm warning you about touching the living things in this world. In America, motherfucker. I'm telling you, you better leave the living things alone. Government man, terrorist. Anyways, reference to girls and friends, and hello unions and Teamsters and truck drivers and city truck drivers, small trucks, and big trucks, and hello Robin Leach, and hello Pierce Morgan, and there still has not been that, there was supposed to be a film crew that follows me around all the time. Like a film crew that hangs out. Like what Matthew McConaughey was kind of in one of those movies. Not like, it's kind of like not like a reality show, but maybe like a reality show. I don't know. But it's kind of like there was supposed to be a film crew hanging out with me all the time. And basic information like a reality show and some acknowledgments. They've never sent me a letter or anything like that. And I own my mother and father's production companies, and obviously I guess I'm going to have to open up a new production company because this situation is just not going very fast or something. So obviously there's a problem with maybe the film school could work on something. I don't know, since the production companies, in reference to any mutiny on the bounty activities or anybody trying to play malice tricks or whatever, there'd be court cases and people get in trouble. But anyways, in reference to girls, girls can throw it out there saying, hey, she dated him before, she's a friend with him, she's a celebrity entertainer, and in reference to making things a little interesting, from the girls' point of view, girls can say which girls have slept with me. Girls can say which girls have hung out with me. Girls can say what we have done in reference to singing songs. Because, sometimes I hang out with girls, hung out with singers and musical artists. But that doesn't always mean I slept with the females, But it's just general. But some girls can, spice up a little conversation if they wanted to for fun. Or, whichever. Or silliness. Or, make all kinds of YouTube videos and goofiness. And I know I have some friends that are in the comedy industry and stand-up comedians that have known me a long time. And some of them can make some of the strangest jokes and think it's funny. But one thing you need to know, I'm not gay, not gonna be gay, not never. And somebody wanted to know if I ever dressed up as a female supermodel on the runway back in the 80s or 90s. Like if I put on a dress and walked the runway. And don't forget, I'm a male. Not gay, but that might have been, somebody might have to look up that information. But I'm not gay, and that's a fact. Don't ever, 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 ever think that I was ever gay. Because I'm not gay, not going to be gay. I have friends that are gay, and they're cool. These other bad people that are gay, that are stalkers and terrorists, they're not friends of mine. But I have a lot of celebrity friends that are gay, and there's people in certain careers that are gay, and a lot of them are cool. A lot of big celebrities, fashion designers. Giovanni Versace is like, he's on the uncles list, right? Isn't he? And Donatello Versace and some other fashion designers and musical artists. I can't mention that one female musical artist, but because that satellite man terrorizes me over her, which I'm friends with her and she knows that. And so there's a lot of celebrities and entertainers that have known me since I was little. And when I was in TV shows and movies, and then I got injured and I was in a coma for numerous years. And don't forget, the government's got to get sued for wasting years of my life. And the government's got to get sued for not paying me my celebrity wages, for holding me hostage too. And their Cinderella terrorism hostage slavery game is attempted murder. Like, some of these dirty government people, they try to hold a good-looking person or a famous person hostage or a talented person hostage, and then they try to make them into a slave to play dictator games over good-looking people. I don't play that shit. Both my parents was beautiful people. And a lot of celebrities and entertainers in Hollywood back in the 70s and even before was beautiful, attractive, leading men or good-looking people or character actors or whichever. I don't believe in slavery shit. Never have. My parents never believed in slavery. In reference to my mother and father and grandparents, reference to us having housekeepers or maids or butlers or chauffeurs, they were all paid. They were all on payroll. So don't play stupid, man. People need to go into court. You better not have made my cat feel sick or anything. I have to go look. Did you? You didn't, did you? You better not be touching my cat, man. I'm gonna go look to see if she vomited. The satellite man was messing with her mouth and she was sticking her tongue out. Like, you better leave my teeth alone too. The American Dentist Association, I have not received any of the lawsuit monies. And in reference to the tobacco industry, I have not received any of the lawsuit monies from there either. And these people have been burning my teeth every day for over 19 years. They've been burning my face. That Royal Protocol says don't ever burn on me, don't ever touch me, don't ever mark on my body, government man. It is a blueprint of my anatomy. And you damaged my real teeth and your government agents needs to go to court. So in reference to the information of things, you know, these people playing their tricks. It's all court cases. And in reference to the media, there's going to be new jobs in the media. In reference to any TV stations or radio stations that I'm the owner of. In reference to if somebody's been blocking it from being known who I am or who my parents are. And my freedom and rights that during this hostage situation of these people violating, you know, newsworthy facts and guidelines, because there's a criteria of what makes it into the media, what makes it into the news. You know, value, property, land, companies, political, non-political, sports, entertainment. You know, there's things that always has a criteria that it has to meet to be in the media. It just made me burp. So in reference to females and friends, how you guys doing? Lots of things of importance. And, you know, people can just throw it out there. Friends that are celebrities that known me since I was a little boy. I know there's some older celebrities that have known me since I was a little boy. Like old Hollywood, even though they're young. And some of them are, you know, based on a number, you know, what their age is, I'm not sure in reference to some of them. But in reference to, you know, people being young, people reinventing themselves in certain media, people wearing disguises in media and film and TV shows, you know, interesting acknowledgments of things, friendly acknowledgments. You know, getting, you know, the health industry is very important nationwide, reference to nutritional products, you know, good choices of dietary choices, meaning like, you know, different meats or vegetables or breads or rice or other things. Lots of things of importance in the food industry too. And a Low Toy restaurant on Sunset Boulevard. How you guys doing? And other restaurants in Sunset Plaza and Malibu and Gladstone's seafood restaurant. How you doing? And other seafood restaurants and the seafood industry in reference to fish markets and other things. How you guys doing? Lots of things of importance. I'm still being held hostage. Haven't received any of the letters from anywhere. And hello, El Coyote Restaurant. How you guys doing? And hello, Baja Fresh. How you guys doing? I say hello to that. And hello, Casa Vega. And over there in Studio City. How you guys doing? And hello, acting coaches out there in Hollywood and performing arts. And hello, Bobby Chance. How you doing? And hello, Ivana Chabuk and Beverly Hills Playhouse and Milton Costellas. How you doing? Hello, Gary Imhoff. How you doing? And hello, Timothy Fielding and other photographers, of course. But, you know, back in the position of the modeling industry, people want to know if I walked the runway totally nude before. Yeah, I have. And in Europe, acknowledgments and other things, you know. Untucked, not being tucked. You know, so kind of like the full Monty, certain acknowledgments of when I've walked the runway. But then other times wearing fashion clothing, you know. And in reference to the modeling industry and certain female friends in the modeling industry and fashion designers. How you guys doing? And media. Lots of things of importance. So, you know, there's a piece of hair. So in reference to information, you know, people that are females and you want to just say, hey, she thinks he's cute. Oh, she knows he went to college. She knows he's pretty smart. Or she thinks that, you know, oh, she thinks he's got good qualities. She'd probably date him. Or she thinks he's smart. Or he's good looking. Or he's an athlete. Or he's a sports fan. Or, you know, whatever. You know, just for general humor and people that just want to say something on YouTube to be funny, to be silly, to be friendly. And I know there's some girls that would probably be a little serious. And some girls can make jokes and show a little attitude about me being, you know, held hostage. Or, you know, girls could say, like, oh, she wants to talk to you. She's waiting a long time to talk to you because you're being held hostage. You know, girls can say things like that. Not referencing anybody trying to murder me or anything. You know, they're not allowed to do things like that. But, you know, girls, you know, people can say anything. Like, I know there's some female friends that are mine. She goes, oh, wait till she gets a hold of you. She can't believe you're still sitting there in Indianapolis. You can't believe you're being held hostage. I haven't received anything in the mail. The postal mail. You know, Hollywood celebrities can make, you know, or people can make friendly acknowledgments of things and say things. And I haven't received any of the YouTube videos of people saying, you know, they were holding on to monies from my mother or this celebrity or that actress. You know, girls can say it out there, and I know some girls would probably say, oh, she can't wait to get in to talk to you about this situation. You could have came over here a long time ago. You could have been here. You could have been over here. You could have been there. Could have been here. Could have been there. I didn't receive any of the information. Yeah, I didn't receive the celebrity list or the call list or any of the information. I'm still being held hostage. And these people that are holding me hostage think they're funny or something. And it's total BS. So, you know, in reference to girls and friends and celebrity guy friends, throw it out there. Just say, hey, what's up, buddy? Or whatever you want, because just say something like that, you know, in reference to friendly acknowledgments or saying what you want to say, you know. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never, not ever going to, not never. I'm the owner forever. So, you know, in reference to people that want to say things, just throw it out there. Friendly, it could be jokes, it could be humor, it could be, you know, seriousness and other things. All right?